It's going to be Vanguard's game to win to tie things up on this fourth map. We'll see how things go on Monaco.
Yep. And yeah, I kind of expected, I think if there was going to be a change, it probably was going to be that ARN from the 93R there. We'll see if there's any other changes here. Still sticking with the Shack on Jirax, but Manda does end up swapping to those Deagles. As they get this,
the Deagles. The Deagles are going to be great for headshots, great for head glitching. The Shack is going to be still good at making some poke, but it's not going to offer as much of value on the long range. But for the close range, it's going to be destructive. When Shack, like I said, amazing. That healing emitter, also a great pick from that heavy. Not going to rely too much on that gadget. I'm not sure what he swapped out, though. But we're going to see that winch come in. No hit on that, and it's going to be Red Fox to be taken out by Executor. And our peak are going to be gatewaying back up to this high ground. It's just to be Krieger Blue. I mean, you may as well just take the L on this one because the box hasn't even been tapped.
Yeah, really good movement from Arpika there to dodge that winch with that last second dash backwards and up to dodge that winch as Manda was aiming down, predicting the trajectory of him falling. Great movement out of Arpika there. And Vanguard is going to get this tap here. They're going to be able to move this box. Ape Squad is all respawning shortly. And we'll see how Vanguard ends up setting up on this point here. They are going to opt to go over there to B. Interesting enough, still running that DMAT. I kind of half expected them to swap to a heal beam for a little bit more of long-range trades here, but he is still rocking that DMAT here. We'll see how that ends up working out.
Yeah, I do think if you're going to... Yeah.
I was just going to say on a few of these cash outs, especially this one, I don't think he's going to find a lot of value with that DMAT here.
Yeah, exactly. I do think this is the one map that you would potentially swap off DMAT in this current meta. I do like the way they're using it on every other map, but this map specifically with such head glitches, we do see Executor and Arpika sitting up on this flank, but Drax going to be looking for an RPG. Not much value coming out. We're going to be baiting out this fight as Manda looks to take a 1v1 potentially against Drax, but Red Fox getting taken out on that flank. And now a 1v1 breaking out in full force. Drax ends up getting that win to taking out Manda. Red Fox does get healed and fibbed back up, but it may not be enough. But we're in a 2v1 scenario. This could be the thing that swings it in Ape Squad's favor, but everything just breaks out.
Yeah, and it is now a 3v2 as all of Vanguard is back up. Red Fox was doing a really great job trying to cover their flank there, but wasn't able to get it as huge beams come in from Arpika, ended up taking him down almost instantly with a 2-burst from that 93R. But now they got to wait for Manda to coin. Manda is up. Ape Squad's going to be regrouping here as they're going to find a way to get back in there. Arpika, really great positioning here, keeping that high ground with that ARN, already getting some damage off onto Krieger. Krieger's going to pop that goo, try to get himself some cover as he points out where Arpika is sitting for his team. But Manda is in there trying to make plays. Krieger up there trying to still get some more information. Manda's going to try to maybe move that box over a little bit. But Vanguard does have lots of vision up here on this point. Goo coming out to try to block some of that vision. But here comes Vanguard with a pad. Huge RPG going out on Amanda. Goes down instantly. Red Fox ends up getting taken out by Arpika in the background. And this is going to be a wipe coming out of Ape Squad. But huge melee damage coming out. Krieger takes one with them. But the point does go to Vanguard.
Yeah, and that's going to be Vanguard taking that first box. I love their positioning. It's a little bit of a difficult, unorthodox point to defend and attack, but I mean, it just looks so strong. Vanguard, I love that DMAT play coming out of the box there. Still using those doors as the wall as well. I mean, just worked out to a T, just ready to jump on them. I love how they're mixing up their positioning from the first fight to the second fight. Vanguard making some great plays, but Ape Squad, I know they have what it takes. We've seen them in the first 2 games win out on these matches, and they're already on this spawn, going to be doing some big damage, but Manda gets taken out. Red Fox gets taken out as well. Drax gets taken out, and I do think this is going to be another fight win for Vanguard right here as Manda, last one up, going to drop to Executor with that revolver.
Yeah, huge damage coming out of both teams there with that close range fight and blowing up. But Executor did keep that Revo, and in those close range fights, it does so much damage. You can kill a medium with 2 headshots of the revolver in 2 shots. So much damage. As Vanguard's getting set up here, they are going to end up winching this out of the house. I like that play. They got their C4. They got their mines on there. Ape Squad is now coming in as Vanguard's moving over to play in the bottom of Con, which is where we were talking about this DMAT here. I think it's going to come into huge play here because they can come out of the woodworks, out of Con with that DMAT. Arpika up on the crane, though, with that high ground plays with that ARN. Is seen by Ape Squad. Ape Squad's going to end up rotating around, trying to get out of sight of that crane. RPG coming out to try to blow up that wall and winch it right back in, but the mines do end up getting blown up here as gas is doing some damage. They can't quite go back in yet. Vanguard end up rotating around to this other house here as Ape Squad is trying to find out where they are. Drax is seen. Manda's going to go on the offensive here as he jumps over. Mantle's in. Dome shield going out. Winch, unfortunately, does not connect. Drax is on the back push. The huge dome shield that's coming out with the RPG. Ends up taking out Red Fox, but Krieger ends up going down as well. Now it's only Manda and Red Fox off of the defib. Arpika's 1 HP, though. Huge revolver damage coming out of Executor to end up finishing off that fight. Well played from Vanguard. Ape Squad might have one more push left on this box, but it's going to be really close. They're going to have to get in there quick.
Yeah, but with C4 and gas on this box, it's not going to be looking good. There's just so much stall. Like, I mean, this is exact for last second steals. This is probably the worst possible setup you have for Ape Squad. I mean, they got a decent spawn. There might be time to even just hop on this, but with gas, double C4, everything, they're here in time. You're gonna break things off, winch it out. They do get on it in time, but the DMAT is gonna be dropping in and another clean wipe. There's nothing much else you can do in that situation but hope and pray. But the DMAT in this meta, there's nowhere you can hide. Who's not going to save you?
Yeah, really, really good plays coming out of Vanguard there. It's just so tough, like you were saying, for Ape Squad to get in there. The gas mines in the middle of those fights, forcing Ape Squad to reposition around and wait before they can make these steals, because sometimes even when they're winching it over, those gas mines ends up getting popped on the back end of that winch. And Vanguard is going to end up taking that, was map 4, I believe, if I'm correct.
Yeah, map 4, it's going to tie things up. Look at the kill count from Executor. I mean,
wow,
the long-range battle is just not working in favor of Ape Squad. Maybe this is probably one of their worst maps. We did see, I saw in chat, I think somebody said that Las Vegas was Vanguard's best map. Maybe, I mean, we'll see how this keeps going.